Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to the entire market. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, hey traders, John Howell here. And I actually did mean that, by the way, guys, from my introduction. Because right now, guys, we are getting everything. Santa Claus is coming. Not only Santa Claus is coming, but Donkey Kong as well too. Who else, guys? Leave a comment below. Who else is coming to town? Leave a comment below. All right, join me in the stock market and also metals and miners. Maybe, just maybe, we're going to see the everything melt up start now. Now, guys, please, melt up simply means we're likely to make some really nice moves over the next 2 or so months. Make sense, guys? So, oh, I just went to burp. I think I just... traders, I'm actually giving away free access to my trading course. If you haven't done so yet, then very first thing in the description, you can get free access to my trading course for free. Go get it right now, guys. You're going to absolutely love it, especially if you're losing a lot of money. Phase number 1 is definitely going to help you, okay? I promise you. You're going to learn all the mistakes you're making right now so you can stop it, so you can kick these markets rear end. Let's start with the stock market, then we'll look at the gold, silver, and mining stocks. And oh man, here we go. Everything melt up. Looking at the stock market, I've been watching and waiting and watching and waiting for the good old stocky market, okay? And what we're seeing here right now is we have a high, a lower high. We had a double bottom, but look what's happening right now. Okay, this is where reading the market on a short-term basis, look what's happening here. So we had a what? We had a double bottom. So the sellers couldn't knock it down. Then we rallied up. Okay, we rallied up, and then guess what happened? And then we had a lower high. But look what's happening now. We had what? We had a higher low. And now we're breaking past these previous highs. What does that mean? And notice this little gap as well too, guys. Whenever you get a gap like that, there's a probability, no certainties. Okay, guys, so please remove the word certainty from your vocabulary because there is no certainties. Now, what the Fed does is pretty certain. But let's actually, this right here, this gap, whenever you get a bit of a pullback like this and you get a bit of a gap up, then that's what's called a breakaway gap, okay? A lot of the times, if the market's pulling back, and then suddenly we get a breakaway bar like this here, but we get a little gap before it, it's called a breakaway gap because there's a real high probability that we're likely to make a move up. Now, we may go down tomorrow like this, and we may do that, and then we may continue up, okay? So I'm not saying not every day is gonna go up, but let me show you an example of a trade that I did with Tesla last year, and I'll show you an example of what I call the breakaway gap. So right here, all right, so if I zoom this in here, notice how I was watching Tesla back here, and I noticed how Tesla actually had nothing going on, nothing going on. And notice, see how we had this gap right here. See this gap, and then we had the 1 and the 2 breakaway move, and that was the start of the upward move through there. That's what's known after we get a pullback, just like back here as well too. I just noticed, right? So we had a pullback, a little gap up with an up bar, breakaway bar, and we had a run. Sideways, 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 sideways. As you can see, we had obviously a breaking of that whole resistance level through there. And then guess what? Gap up, a big up bar, especially with that volume right there coming in. And then, as you know, especially Tesla, right? We went on for a big move to come. So that breakaway gap, what I'm talking about in the good old stock market right now, look what's happening here. And so traders, one thing I really want to encourage you on, and in phase number 2 in that free trading course, I really talk about the chart reading strategies because the reason why I don't use indicators is because it can become so confusing. But the number 1 indicator on the market anyway is the market itself. Makes sense, right? And so that's the reason why in phase number 2 in the trading course below, you're going to learn my top 3 chart reading strategies that I use every day. And so you can see this high low, this breakaway gap, that's what's actually going on through there. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq and look at the Nasdaq as well too, right? We had a little up move down. Look what's happening here. The buyers are what? The buyers are starting to come back in control, and look what's happening now. Not only did we break above my momentum trend line. Remember, if you've been watching me for last month, I've been talking about this momentum trend line. We're now breaking up. We also have what? We also have a gap here as well too. Man, do I have a fantasy with pink or what? It's like everything's pink on my screen. What's going on, John? All right, let's add some green here, all right? Like pinky. So we can see there's a gap there as well too, breaking up, but you can see how we have a support level here of what the market's doing. So the market's really, and if I go back to my hourly charts here for a minute and I squeeze up, you'll notice, look at this here. If I go from the low to the top, look what happened. The market came down and found support right at that 50% level. If I go back to the Nasdaq chart right now, and let me just take that off the screen there, and you can see this momentum trend line. Now we're breaking up. Look what happened here, right? So we rallied up, came down. Look where it found support, right at that 50% level. Now we've got a bit of a gap up, and now we're rallying to the upside, closing above this high. So as you can see, the market has what? Let's actually, all right, I don't want pink, I want blue. Let's go blue, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Look what's happening. Look who's coming in here. The buyers, right? They're coming back in. So we may get a bit of a pullback here, guys, but I truly believe that, wow, right? Yesterday we started seeing the mining stocks start to move and do their thing. And now we're getting a breakout of the stock market. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it seems to me that my targets that I've seen on the Nasdaq, which has always been 17,000, I see the market getting to 17,000 by the end of this year. So let's actually see what happens through there, all right? So 17,000, that's my target. It's always been my target, and I see at least a 5,000, a minimum of 5,000. Where are you? Up through there, right? So a minimum of 5,000 I see coming towards the end of this year, which is actually not, it's actually not that high either, right? If you look where we are right now to there, that's like what, 12%? How many trading days left of the year? Like, even if you forget this month and then you say what, call it 40. I know there's more than 40, right? So let's actually do the numbers here. All right, let's do the good old numbers here. So we have what? We have a 12% move towards my target. If we bring up the calculator, let's actually do 12 divided by, I know there's more than 40 days, but let's just call it 40 days divided by 40 days. That's only on average 0.3% per day on the upside. Now, I know we don't always get up days, but guess what? We're going to have our 1% pullbacks, our 4% up day, 0.5% up day, 2% up day, 3% up day, 1% pullback. You get what I'm saying, right? So this target here is probably in the mix there. But not only that, guys, but if we really get heated up, if we get to here before the end of the year, then my next target is 5,400 in the markets. Now that's my aggressive target. This is my conservative target by the end of the year. So we can see what's happening here, and oh man, it's breaking out. Oh, excuse me, breaking out, and then so here we go. And once again, and the Dow Jones is also holding a bit of a support level. We haven't actually broken above these highs yet on the Dow Jones. So but we are getting a higher low, and a higher low, and it looks like we're trying to break up as well too. So there's a good old really good support levels coming into play. If we have a look at our gold market, look at this here. Gold's really trying to break out, but look what's going on here, guys. All right, look what's going on here. We're having what? We had a low. Look what here. We have another higher low. We have a high, and we had this basing out period, and now we're trying to run to the upside. So very, very, very interesting. Gold, silver's actually broken to the upside. So we're actually starting to get a break to the upside on silver. So it looks like silver may be getting ready to have that galloping period there. We're not out of the woodworks yet with silver because we are still in a downward trend. I'd really want to see this thing come up, come back down, come back up, and start to develop that sort of thing, because we are in a descending triangle pattern, and it doesn't mean. A lot of people would have thought that was going to happen because it's descending, and that's what you read in the books, right? Well, that's not how the new economy, the new market works. Triangle patterns can break out anyway. So we are getting a bit of a breakout to the upside here. Let's see if we do get a bit of a follow through, but silver's not the exact same what's going on there. And if I just go back to the good old mining stocks, we are still getting, guys. And as I talked about yesterday and even the day before that look what's happening here. Support, and look where we are right now. Wow. Talk about move down, move up. Look at that. amazing V bottom. So guys, we may even get a bit of a pullback here now. Actually, I would prefer that to happen personally, and then see a higher low, and then see this market do that. Why? Because now we've got a higher low, and that'll even give us a bit of a head and shoulder formation. Then if we break this neckline, then we're probably likely to see a big move to come as well too. Actually, there's a bit of a gap here as well too. It's probably going to come and fill. But so that's what I'm looking at there. That's what I'm seeing there, guys. But we are developing, and all I say, guys, is that I truly believe everything is now shaping up. Even cryptos, markets, stock market, and even the miners and metals. Man, oh man. It looks like the everything melt up is just starting. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.